that they have an official denial policy that they exist in turn for technology. And so they turn their backs, they turn their eyes, they don't report the true number of missing people every year.
Yes.
We have 300,000 missing children reported a year by them. That's 3 million over 10 years. And this has been going on since the 1930s.
Oh, my God.
And what they do in exchange is the technologies that we have, the internet, the microchip, laser technology, a lot of these advancements that we have, we got in exchange for looking the other way and being quiet about what they're doing here. They're feasting on humans, and in exchange, we get technology for the government denying their existence.
Wow.
It's all part of this charade that they're doing, this alien agenda. And this goes on all over the world. This isn't just inclusive to America.
Oh, no.
This goes on all over the world. They have bases all over the world, in mountains and in deserts, anywhere out of view. And they feast on humans. And in exchange, governments get technology or, space technology. Where we get our GPS location system. It's exactly the same thing they've been doing for years. If you look at alien abductions and chip implanting, how, so many people have been abducted by aliens and chip implanted.
Yeah, I'm sure they have.
That's exactly the same technology our government now has that they got from the aliens.
Wow.
And they do it too now. That's where they're coming up with these insertable chips. This is where all this technology is coming from. It's come from the aliens.
Right.
And was it worth it? I mean, we've given them probably 40, 50 million American lives since the early 1900s when our government started having agreements with them. Is this technology worth 50 million lives?
Not worth one life. I'm sorry.
No, it's not. And they're mostly children. And you see all these missing children all the time. And you know what, with these milk carton kids, I'm not making light of it at all. You would think that after 10 or 20 years, some of them would reappear somewhere.
Yeah.
And you never hear of missing persons. I know that a lot of these adult mutilations that have taken place simply are not reported by the media. They're not allowed to be.
No.
And so the true numbers of finding human adults that have been just mutilated, just worse than cows, have never been reported.
No. Well, Sherry, that I've mentioned this before. If 2 to 3 years ago, I heard you say that I would just blow it off. I would say, no, I've interviewed a lot of people in the UFO field because I've been involved with this for 13 years, and I've done TV and radio, and I've interviewed tons of people, and this has never really come up before, except in the very fringes, and I don't even think I would have gotten involved because, this is not something that I would even want to think about. But, it's in my face now. It's in my face, and I cannot just blow it off and ignore it. And I feel that people are going to be so duped. And even children, I keep thinking, what if families go out there with their children? And then, we also dealt last night with the fake rapture.
Yeah.
Which is another whole thing, because that's going to be a part of this. They're collecting meat, and maybe I just have a few more of these Prophet Yahweh reversals. I really hope, if it makes any difference, that he is listening, because I think he really needs to hear this. I don't know if he listened to the CD I sent him, but
yeah,
I just...
he's being used to condition people to think UFOs are friendly, and these things have a very hostile agenda.
Yes, they do. And here he says, knees in the prone, bit the heads off. In other words, kneeling down. They're on their knees, and their heads are being bitten off. Knees in the prone, bit the heads off. And then this is the commentator again, he said, the owl, which is them, the owl had to pimp you. Yes, he picked you. And then Prophet Yahweh says, they hang them. And this is not easy, but this is the one piece of alien speaking in the music that I thought hopefully was as clear as it could be, and so I'm going to ask. I'll probably play it 3 times. You have to hear the voice within the sound of the music, but they're saying, we're going to fool. I don't know if you got that, but...
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, here he says, you believe, you eat toast. This one is where they're going to read the poem.
So we're going to have to take a break.
Oh, okay.
I can hear the music. And what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to extend to a second hour today on today's show. So we will be back in 5 minutes with the second part of this show.
You're listening to Out of Time Radio.
Did you ever think when you eat Chinese, it ain't pork or chicken but a fat Siamese? Yet the food tastes great so you don't complain. But that's not chicken in your chicken chow mein. Seems to me I ordered sweet and sour pork, but Garfield's on my fork. He's purring here on my fork. There's a cat in the kettle at the Peking Moon, the place that I eat every day at noon. They can feed you cat and you'll never know. Once they wrap it up in dough, boys, they fry it real crisp in dough. Shaolin asked if I wanted more as he was dialing up his buddy at the old pet store. I said, not today, I lost my appetite. There's 2 cats in my belly and they want to fight. I was sucking on a Rolade and a Tums or 2 when I swear I heard it new, boys. And that is when I knew. There's a cat in the kettle at the Peking Moon. I think I gotta stop eating there at noon. They say that it's beef or fish or pork, but it's purring there on my fork. There's a hairball on my fork.
Do you have something to say? Have you created or invented something? Do you have a cause that needs to be presented? Have you written music, a book, or made a movie? Have you ever dreamed of being on the radio? You're in luck. Out of Time Radio now has answers to your questions. To find out how you can get your own radio show, contact Out of Time Radio at 877-624-4331 or email shows@outoftimeradio.org.
Our Out of Time theme music is written, performed, and recorded by Elliot Hendry. The Out of Time theme song is on Elliot's CD called Time to Heal. The CD includes Elliot's humorous, politically and spiritually relevant song, Who Would Jesus Bomb? Order Elliot's CD now from our Out of Time Radio website or call toll-free 1-877-624-4331. Get this great CD for only $12.95 and we'll pay shipping and handling. Thank you.